Hello everyone, this is Lolly. I'm so glad you are back today with me. I just want to remind you about a video I did recently showing what I called paperclip coins. These are these adorable little 2-inch hidden paperclip round discs that are perfect on your journals. I will give you a link down below to this tutorial, but what I want to do today is just to give you some other ideas for using this same principle but a little different way. So you're still going to need a 2-inch hole punch or a 2-inch circle on your Cricut or Cameo, or something that you can trace and cut out roughly 2 inches. That's choice is up to you. You're going to need the small paper clips, which is about the 1-inch size. And you could also use some washi tape. You will need your cardstock. You will need lightweight text paper like printer paper, preferably some permanent glue, but then also your liquid paper glue, and some charms and a way of setting eyelets. Okay, so what I'm going to do differently this time, I have this, like I said, this is just a random scrap of printer paper. And I'm going to fold it down so that I have about, I'm just using the grid here, I have about 1 3/4 to 2-inch fold there, and it doesn't have to be straight. In the past, I had you cut out 2 separate pieces of this paper for the inside of our paper clip, and then I had you trim them down and waste some paper. This time what I've done is I have marked the halfway mark, so if I cut right there, this would be halfway to the circle, but I'm going to lower it a little more like that and punch. And now it's 1 piece instead of 2 pieces. All we need to do is to take that. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and get this set up because we're going to need another one anyway. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these prepped. So what I like to do is take a little bit of the permanent glue, and then I like to take just a little bit of the permanent glue, put a little dab right in the middle there, and that just is to make sure that this metal paper clip really gets held. Now it doesn't matter particularly which side goes short or long in the front. I tend to put the long there because it's in the glue right there. And then all we need is, we need to add the liquid glue. I'm not covering it over the areas that have the permanent glue. I have punched out 2 of my circles with this collection, which is called Scripts and Music Notes by Die Cuts with a View. And then I just stamped a little heart on there. I should have done the paper sideways because what I'm going to do requires this to be sideways in the project. Cover that up. You can see this is scrap because you could see that little heart on there where I was stamping. And put this there. And if you have some clamps, that would be great. You do not have to use them, just kind of hold the project. I'm clamping the very top, which is above that folded scrap paper, and I'm clamping on either side of the paper clip and also on the bottom of the paper clip. These pink clamps I get from Dollar Tree in their crafting area. It doesn't take that long for the Barely Art to set up. So all I'm going to do at this point is you need to kind of look at the side and find out where your doubled, this part here is where I have that underlying paper and the paper clip. So I'm going to use my hole punch and punch right about there. Now I have discovered that it works a lot better for me if I use the bigger of the 2 hole punches and I punch close to the edge. If you have a problem setting eyelets, make sure you look underneath this video because I'm going to give you a link in how to set perfect eyelets. Okay, so that is our eyelet. Now again, you could have this sticking out of your book like this. I'm going to do this out of the side. And I have a couple options. I have all of these little tiny lengths of ball chains. And I also have Gourd pins. So you know, you could choose whatever. So that's a Gourd pin right there. But if you're going to use a Gourd pin, you either have to put your eyelet close to the edge, or you have to, if you want to move that eyelet further in, you need to use a jump ring such as this right here, because the Gourd pin just won't fit in there really well, and it won't fit in there if you use the tiny, tiny eyelet. So I used a jump ring to get that adhered. So let's look and see what I want. Now this charm I made using a recycled pin part. You may notice this right there as being the end of a pen. And I really enjoy doing that. And that's perfect. Okay, now that is going to hang off the side of my book. So for this one, we are going to put washi tape on there. So if you have favorite washi tape that you really want to be shown more throughout the project, make sure you put that one through the middle and then line up your other ones around it. So I think I like this color. It's going to add a little pop of color, kind of a muted burgundy here. And I believe that most of these washi tapes in here are Tim Holtz. So I'm going to use my 2-inch hole punch to punch this out once I get all of this on there. Ooh, perfect. I think I might need another skinny one, but we can test it. Let's see, perfect. So I'm just going to cut 2 of these. Now we're going to bring this back in and get our glue applied. We already have that power tack on there. Now this is straight up, but it's going to be coming off the side of my book like this. And we're going to clip that again, just like we did before. We're going to clip. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to use a chain. And I just bought a whole set of these small ones. It was either eBay or Amazon. And they still feel a little long to me, so I tend to use shank removers and just cut off a little bit of that. So let's look in here and see what kind of goes with that. Ooh, that's kind of cool, actually. I really like that. I also have a gold color, one of those. That might look better. I'm going to steal that one. Okay, I have this little acorn. Here's another one, but I need a jump ring on that. And I'm not always bothered by mixing metal colors, so I could have gold and bronze and, you know, silver all in the same thing. Now, someone sent me this little charm here. I think it's just adorable. Nice vintage looking. Okay, so we'll put this in here and in there. All right, this is ready. You have to feel around and make sure you're punching your hole in the right place. To make sure you've got that correct before you punch your hole is to thread it onto paper. Okay, that's how it fits on the paper, so I know I'm getting it punched in the right place. I guess I didn't line that up really well. Since I'm using a chain, I don't have to worry about getting that so close to the edge like I had it before. Okay, so I have a paperclip art group on Facebook. Feel free to go and, you know, this is still too long. Feel free to go and check out all the wonderful creations in that group. We have some great members in there who really put out some great inspirational content. And into the hole. So I think you'll find this method a lot easier to use the paper in the way that I showed you for the inside, where you just fold it, the type paper, just fold it over. Okay, so let's zoom in and I'll show you some of these other ones. So this is the same paper collection I showed in the beginning. And this is also using washi, and we have a little acorn and the word believe. And this is the same cardstock collection with a music note and a beaded charm I made. And this one, and then this one is a dictionary page. Now, if you're using a dictionary, you can get the top word in there, and that the word was Winnebago. I thought that was really cute. And you could make this like a camper theme paper clip. Select the word you want, only, don't do what I did, and make sure you make it so that the Winnebago word is at the top. But it's kind of cute sticking out the side like this. And here's the one that we did at the beginning. So come check out the Paperclip Art Group on Facebook. We have a lot of inspiration for you. I think you're going to love what you see there. We do ask that you've been on Facebook for a year before we let you into the group. And there are a couple questions to answer on the Facebook group before you are allowed to join. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that inspires you. I'm giving you a link underneath to how to set perfect eyelets, and I'm also giving you a link to my entire paperclip art video tutorials. Thank you for watching.